Welcome to Fleet TV. I am Matilda Omenai. The headlines. Parents of late UK teen plead with Nigerian fosters to stop sextortion. Aliyah approves 75,000 naira minimum wage for Benue workers. Nigeria lose 1-2 to Rwanda in final AFCON qualifier. Federal government targets 34.8 trillion naira revenue in 2025 appropriation bill. Don't do estimated billing. NERC wants disco. Now the news in full. Parents of late UK teen plead with Nigerian fosters to stop sextortion. The parents of a British teenager who died by suicide after falling victim to sextortion, Mark and Rose Doe, have issued a direct plea to criminals in Nigeria to stop terrorizing children. The 16-year-old son took his life after being tricked by Nigerian scammers posing as a girl who manipulated him into sending explicit pictures of himself. Speaking about their son's death, they shared that they were then threatened with the release of the material to family and friends unless they complied with the blackmailer's demand, one which they believe led to Murray to take his life. The couple also criticized tech companies, stating that they could do much more to combat sextortion. Ross encouraged anyone who had fallen victim to sextortion to not feel ashamed and to reach out for help. Aliyah approved 75,000 naira minimum wage for Benue workers. Governor Hyacinth Aliyah of Benue State has approved the minimum wage of 75,000 naira for workers in the state. The governor gave the approval Monday after a meeting with members of the organized labor at the state secretariat in Makurdi. The chief press secretary to the governor, Tessa Kulai, in the statement indicated that the governor promised to pay alongside the new minimum wage the remaining 3 months of the 5 months backlog of arrears inherited by his administration. The statement noted that the remaining 3 months of the 5 months backlog of the arrears promised to the union will be paid as budgeted in the 2024 budget along with the minimum wage effective November 2024. The governor emphasized that his government was committed to serving the common man, stressing that he would do everything legitimately possible to ensure that the workers of Benue State were properly taken care of. He explained that his motivation to ensure that the arrears were paid was to alleviate the effects of hardship on the state workers. Nigeria lose 1-2 to Rwanda in final AFCON qualifier. Nigeria ended the African Cup of Nations Group D qualifiers with a shocking 2-1 defeat to Rwanda on Monday at the Govt Stadium in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. The underdog Rwandan side staged a remarkable comeback to claim the victory. Despite the upset, Nigeria had already secured qualification for the AFCON 2025 tournament in Morocco, finishing as group leaders with 11 points. Samuel Chukwueze opened the scoring for the Super Eagles with tonight's igniting celebrations among the home fans. However, Rwanda quickly turned the tide with Aimebu Mutinzi equalizing it in the 72nd minute. Just 3 minutes later, Nshuti capitalized on the defensive lapse to complete the comeback and seal an unforgettable win for the visitors. The first half saw both sides falling to convert chances, resulting in a goalless draw at halftime. Nigeria began the second half with a dominant display, but struggled to maintain control as Rwanda exploited defensive errors. While the defeat was disappointing for Nigerian fans, the Super Eagles ended the group stage with a strong record of 3 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. Benin joined Nigeria in qualifying for the tournament, finishing second in the group with 8 points, edging out Rwanda on goal difference. Federal government targets 34.8 trillion naira revenue in 2025 appropriation bill. The 2025 appropriation bill targets 34.8 trillion naira revenue, which was launched yesterday. The bill also projects a comprehensive debt restructuring strategy aimed at freeing up funds for critical infrastructure development. With declining household and private sector spending, the government plans to secure long-term non-commercial facilities with tenures ranging between 10 and 50 years and a moratorium of 5 to 7 years. The government acknowledged persistent revenue mobilization challenges, low oil and gas revenues, and escalating costs of fuel subsidies as contributors to the federal budget deficit. However, recent reforms, including the removal of petrol subsidies, reduction in tax waivers, and high crude oil production, are expected to alleviate fiscal pressures. Don't do estimated billing, NERC wants discos. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) yesterday warned electricity distribution companies (DISCOs) not to forcefully migrate customers with faulty meters to estimated billing regime. The warning came as the regulator reiterated its directive that the DISCOs owe the obligation to replace faulty and old meters at no cost to customers. Also, some customers yesterday bemoaned what they described as a ploy by the discos to frustrate customers into accepting estimated billing by denying them access to reload energy credits. In a statement yesterday, NERC stated that it had been notified that the discos were instructing customers to apply and make payments for the replacement of spoiled and obsolete meters in their franchise areas. The regulator noted that such instruction by discos contravened the Commission's order on the structured replacement of faulty and obsolete end-use customer meters in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. NERC reiterated that no customer with a meter should be forcibly migrated to estimated billing. According to the regulator, if any customer's meter is adjudged by any disco to be obsolete or faulty, it is the responsibility of the disco to replace the meter free of charge, provided that the fault was not caused by the customer.